What's up, guys? I'm here with Danny Duckworth, owner and head instructor of Alliance JiuJitsu in Houston.
Welcome, guys. AllianceJiuJitsu.com.
So Danny, tell us a little bit about the facility and what you guys offer here at Alliance JiuJitsu.
Primarily Jiu-Jitsu, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu. We do have some Muay Thai programs, but they're probably 20% of our program base. So it's Jiu-Jitsu from 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 12 p.m., 6:30 p.m., all the way to 9 p.m. So we play pretty full with just teaching Alliance Jiu-Jitsu for the most part. That's our base program. Kids program's pretty large. I've been open for about 3 years now, pushing 200 plus members, and kids program's probably over half of that. So we got a lot of potential future Alliance competitors coming up at some point.
What do you like most about running the academy?
The people. I'd say the people and the results more than anything. Something I didn't realize personally when I got into this business is how much you affect the people around you. You know, you get in here thinking, oh, I love jiu-jitsu, I want to teach jiu-jitsu, it's a great lifestyle. And then you start teaching and you see these people start from day one, and you see them 6 months in, a year in, and 2 years in, and obviously 3 years in for me now. And the progression of just their whole lives is pretty fascinating. And then you know that you're a major part to play, not necessarily because of you, but because of the environment that you create here, because as you know, the instructor creates the environment of the whole gym. And as long as you're a positive person, then you're going to instill that positive vibe in your culture, and that's what really creates those results, makes that difference. So to me, that's probably been the most rewarding and most surprising. I didn't expect all that. So that kept me motivated year by year, you know.
Good. As instructors, we develop a lot of trust with students, right?
We do.
So that's very unique, I think, to our profession. Have a lot of insight in their lives, and
we do, yeah.
Really see them work through their struggles, and also see how jiu-jitsu is a good tool to help them overcome obstacles, hard times, lessons, life lessons, and everything, right?
Across the board, absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, and you get to give advice you didn't know you had in you. You know, at any time, you never know when it comes.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
So, what are some big success stories as far as students' life's transformation?
Yeah, definitely transformation. I've had students that were on their deathbed, I guess I could say. They had a stroke a couple weeks before joining, and they're obviously near death with that experience, and then here they are 60 pounds lighter and completely different aspect on life, and their job's doing better, family's doing better. I'd say that's probably one of my biggest success stories, just knowing that they were on their deathbed, and then here they are just vibrant, back into martial arts, losing all this weight, and just a completely different person. And to me, I always say that story because it's important to me, you know, awesome. that I made that difference to that person, or that we did, not really I.
That's what I was going to ask. What are some of the most rewarding aspects of being an instructor? It's probably a lot along those lines.
It's all the same, right? I mean, there's no lie when they say what jiu-jitsu does for people. You know, oh, it helped me with weight loss, it helped me with focus, it helped me with, you know, parenting, whatever. Those are all real. I can tell you that firsthand. Right. You know, and it's most of those were in my life at some point as well. So it helps me give it back since I've experienced it myself.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your background, training background. Who are some of your mentors, your coaches that have kind of influenced your game, your style of teaching?
Well, I've been under really two main instructors, but I did have a third briefly while I was building my school. And my first instructor, I had him for about 6 years, and he taught me some fundamentals of the game. And it was more low-level jiu-jitsu. I wasn't familiar with I would compete, but I didn't know teams. It was weird. I just went to compete, just to challenge. I actually started in Japanese jiu-jitsu about almost 14 years ago. And the reason I got into BJJ is because my friend said, dude, you can go 100%. You can do all the techniques and go 100%. Like in Japanese, you can't, because, you know, it's just not, yeah, it's more forms and stuff. And so I would just compete, just to challenge myself. I was like, oh, I could actually go 100%. That was cool. And then when I opened up my school and I got under Alliance, that was the game changer right there. That opened up my mind to jiu-jitsu, to the community, to, techniques. I went from Raul Raul just changed everything I knew about jiu-jitsu, just to be honest. I've never drilled the way he drilled. I never trained the way he trained. I never seen someone run a class the way he runs a class, and it really inspired me, taught me a lot. And from there, I built on, my own systems from all the people I met through him, like Lucas Apri is a big mentor of mine. I know his techniques very well. And just all the people who brought in, Tarsus Humphreys, a lot of the Lions team, right? I've had the ability of training with you, and just a lot of the greats. It's a pretty badass team to be on. Didn't know that when I got on. I was like, who's Alliance? All right, I'm gonna go on in, and then I get in, I'm like, wow, I got lucky on that one,
Yeah, definitely, man. What would you say? Would you say it's important, or obviously you said it's been a game changer, becoming a part of a big team.
Yes.
What value does that bring to you in the gym and to your students?
It brought me confidence more than anything. At first, you had to find that confidence, right? Because you come into this team and you feel like, whoa, 11-time world champions, and they got all these accolades. You look at the who's who behind there, and obviously I'm not anywhere near that pedigree, and you train with them, like, well, I'm not even at that level. But I know if I'm surrounding myself around those people, it's not that I'll get to their level, but I'll understand it. And if I understand it, maybe I can create it. So it's never my goal to be those top, but maybe one day I'm the coach of one of those top guys. And to me, it's all the same,
So what are some of your biggest goals as an instructor, as a gym owner?
Affect as many people as possible. I feel like this society is needing some help lately with positivity and just community and social behavior. I've been in IT all my life, so I know what it's like to live behind a screen and just the effects of that on people. And I think having that outlet of not only being forced to communicate with people you don't know, hug complete strangers, it does a lot to people. It does a lot to opening them up and just changing them. It's fascinating.
Yeah, I've thought about that recently, actually. It's some of the only bodily contact we as humans have with each other.
Otherwise it's weird, right?
Society,
like, why are you touching me?
We're around strangers all the time in big cities, but like the community you said, it's just really cool that it really bonds us, develops those relationships that you'd have in a tribe. You'd have because you see these guys every day on the mat. The husband, the wife, the kids. They'll watch their kids train, and then they'll train as well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's special, right? It's something.
It is, and we've been lucky that we have a lot of families that train here. It was one of the things when we opened up Academy was we focused on the family plan. That was our primary focus because we knew if we can get the family in, we got longevity with that family, and we're going to affect that family. We're going to make that family closer. Their bond's going to be better. Overall, they're going to benefit. They know they have confidence to protect themselves. So, families are everything as far as jiu-jitsu. So I love having parents and kids that train at the same school. It's self-motivating for them.
Tell me a little bit about your coaching staff here.
So we have quite a few different coaches. We have a Marine veteran that runs our competition classes on Tuesday. Just got his brown belt on Friday. Congratulations, Antonio. We have Calvin, just got his black belt last night on Third Coast Grappling. He's our, I would say he's my sidekick, man. He's almost our head instructor at this point. He teaches all our kids' classes, runs the classes with me. A lot of times, actually, I'll teach half the curriculum, he'll teach half the curriculum in the same class. And we do that for a reason, because it helps create that team environment. If someone has an extra detail they add on there, we just work together. Or sometimes you have bad days as an instructor. It's not always great every day, right? So you miss your details. We work very well. We'll whisper, hey, don't forget that grip. Or we'll bring the team back, hey, we do this. Just make sure our students get what they came here for, you know what I mean? So we have Calvin, we have Antonio, we have John. He got his black belt on Friday as well. Congratulations, John. And he runs our 6:30 a.m. class. And then, of course, you got me, and I run everything in between, I guess you could say,
Awesome.
So, and then Muay Thai, and then we have yoga.
Cool.
That's our primary instructors.
Great. You have a beautiful facility here. What's going on today? I see there's people coming in the door.
Yeah, so we partnered up with Third Coast Grappling, and we're hosting a Keenan seminar today, which is going to start here in about 25 minutes. So I'm pretty excited to see some of his exciting, interesting techniques
One of
today.
the greats, Keenan Cornelius.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic guy.
Third Coast Grappling, tell me a little bit more about the event last night. You had some competitors go out and win some matches.
It was a good night. We went 3-2. Can't win them all, but Bolivar, first tournament ever, when showcases jiu-jitsu skills. If you don't know him, he's going to be a big up-and-coming name in the juvenile. Now he's 16. Coach Calvin Wynn won his by armbar, got his black belt on stage on flow grappling. That's always a big deal.
Wow.
And then we had Robert Perez, who unfortunately didn't win his against Justin Ledet, UFC fighter. Efrain came up short in his, but all solid competitors. good guys on our team. And then, of course, Roberto Jimenez, we can't forget him. The stud coming up, future Hall of Famer, I guess you could say, hopefully. So we had a good night. It was fun.
Roberto is a very special, unique talent. You guys trained with him when he was a kid coming up, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about training with Roberto and his dad.
Yeah, that's a treat right there. I've been with Raul. I've known him for 4 years now, and I can tell you, first roll with Roberto was an eye-opening experience. I got my brown belt that day and rolled with him, and I about handed my brown belt right back to his father. I was like, "I ain't ready." He said, "No, he does that to everybody. Don't you worry about that."
Right.
And so, to me, it was that first feeling of, oh, that's what that level feels like. You know, because you don't get those type of people come around often unless you train in a gym that already has one. Right. So that was my first experience of top-level jiu-jitsu, and I was fascinating.
That's a really cool treat for your students. They get to experience. So tell us a little about where you're located here in Houston, what you guys have to offer.
Yeah, so we're South Houston. It's Alliance BJJ Houston, but we focus on the Pearland area, but we're technically in Houston, so that's why we're Houston location. But we're right off of Main Freeway, so we cover all of South Houston, Pearland, Friendswood, Alvin, some areas of Clear Lake. We have people that drive 20, 30 minutes for us. And we just really try to create a facility that we would want to train at. So it's clean, you come in here, it's going to smell good, it doesn't smell like a gym, it's open, it's inviting. And I think that's what jiu-jitsu should be. That way you affect as many people as possible. I'm not always down with the dungeon feel. I feel like that definitely runs women off, it runs kids off. And so we made sure that we create an environment down here, as you can see, hopefully in the background, how nice it is. But it's one of the reasons why we've grown so fast, and we've affected so many people that would have probably never thought about training jiu-jitsu, just because we have a nice location. It's easily attainable through the highways and all that. And
Great.
I mean, we got lucky, but it was also a lot of preparation, a lot of work.
And it's a beautiful academy. The atmosphere, you can tell it's unique.
Yeah.
Very inviting as well. Maybe talk a little bit to new students, potential students who would like to come check out the facility, who'd like to maybe try a jiu-jitsu class. What do you have to say to this?
Man, it's not about us. It's about you. It's just about going out there and just try jiu-jitsu. If you feel like there's just something missing in your life, or you just need help, or you just want to have some fun, jiu-jitsu, I tell everybody that comes into school, there's nothing like it in the world. There's nothing like it in the world. There's no sport that does what this does, that gives you the results that you want, and just that community that is just rare. So if you've ever doubted, somehow you come across this video and you don't train, what are you doing? Get after it. You're wasting time. You're wasting time. You're going to love it. Definitely,
I would say the same. If you're somebody that wants to take control of their lives, their life, and really take some initiative.
That's my motto: control your life.
Man,
right on the door.
Self-discipline, just feeling like you're starting something, starting something worthwhile that's going to help you grow as a person. It's going to help you challenge you.
Yeah.
But also, man, give you great family, great support, great friends.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah, and it's one of the reasons I started the Texas BJJ Counter. If you guys don't know about that, it was to unite all the gyms, have us work with each other instead of against each other, so we can help grow this sport, grow this community, grow this industry. And
what's that website?
txbjjcounter.com has all events. It's run by me and Edgardo Caminos. Man, it's really been a big help for this community in Texas, and I don't charge anything. It's free. I put all my blood, sweat, and tears through it, and my money. So enjoy it. I'm giving it back.
Excellent. Yeah, guys, make sure you come check out Alliance BJJ Houston in Pearland. Like, comment, share, subscribe, Roll the World BJJ on YouTube. Follow us and give us some love, guys.
Follow us, guys.